Hi, in this video, we're going to learn how to identify the interval or intervals where a graph of a function is increasing or decreasing. For some students, this process may be easy for them to do, but if you're one of those students who are struggling on how to identify the intervals where the graph is increasing or decreasing, then this video is for you. When identifying the intervals, this is what you need to take note. The behavior of the graph should be described as it is observed from left to right. As we move from left to right, we can see how the y value is changing. The y value, the function value. You can see that the y value is decreasing, and then it will change the behavior. The y value will start increasing, and then decrease again, and then increase. Once we understand the behavior of the graph, we can now identify the intervals where it is increasing or decreasing. The intervals to be identified are based on the values in the x-axis. This is where most of the students are confused. Take note, the values that we need are the values on the x-axis. From our example, let us note the limitation of the graphing paper. At this point, we should understand that this will be going to positive infinity. And as we go to positive infinity, the x values are also getting smaller and smaller to the negative infinity. From that, it should be easy to see now that the graph is decreasing from negative infinity to negative 1. See, the graph is falling, and it will start to change its behavior at x equals negative 1. And from there, the graph will be increasing until it reaches the point 1, 2.5. So that means increasing at negative 1. So this portion from negative 1 to 1. Then again, we can see that the graph is decreasing from 1 up to 3. So if you trace the graph on that interval, the graph is decreasing. So that's from 1 up to 3. Finally, the graph will start to increase again from x equals 3, as you can see from the graph. And this will go now, so the graph will go to positive infinity as we move to the right. So moving to the right indefinitely means going to positive infinity. So the graph now is also increasing. So let's add to the interval. We have from 3 up to positive infinity. So that is how you identify the intervals where the graph is increasing or decreasing. So let us summarize what we have taken for this lesson. The first thing that you need to understand is how we should see the behavior of the graph. It should be described as we observe the graph from left to right. Second, the intervals to be identified should be based on the values on the x-axis. Do not trace the values on the y-axis. It should be the values of or from the x-axis. And then just observe the graph. You trace the graph, what will be the intervals, and as we can see from this example, the graph was moving down. That's the interval from negative infinity up to this x equals negative 1. Then it will change the behavior again. It will rise up or increase until it reaches this point. And this graph is within this interval. That's from negative 1 up to positive 1. And then it will go down again from 1 up to 3. And then it will rise up or increase again from 3 to positive infinity. Now, if you have more than one interval, you connect your intervals with the union symbol. So this is a U-shaped symbol. It means this interval combined with another interval. So same with increasing. This from -1 to 1 combined with 3 to positive infinity. So I hope you know now how to identify the intervals where a graph is increasing or decreasing. That's all for this lesson. Thank you.